Welcome to Chris 2A Gear Reviews. Today we're going to be doing a briefing on Operation AR10, which will be launching Sunday at 1300 as soon as the range open up. Mission objectives and following course of action are: determine if the Palmetto State Armory Blim 18-inch stainless steel 1 in 10 twist barrel can achieve at least a 1 MOA grouping at 200 yards using quality ammo. If my AR10 accomplished the mission in its current configuration, then I will reconfigure it into a DMR role equipped with a 4-14 LPVO, possibly, and top-tier muzzle brake, running Freedom Munitions 175 grain boat tail hollow point. When I say top-tier muzzle brake, I'm probably going to put that Apollo Max on this, if I can accomplish the mission of shooting a good grouping at 200 yards. That Apollo Max muzzle brake got about 5 ports on each side of it. If, using quality ammo, I still produce a less than acceptable 200 yard grouping, then this weapon stays in this current configuration, which I will show you right now, and we're just going to shoot some regular ass 150 grain full metal jacket M80 through this AR10. So that's our mission right there, man. To break it down even more simpler, depending on the groupings I shoot Sunday will determine what optic I'm going to run on this AR10. Let's go to the table and take a look at it. Alright, let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. If I shoot a good grouping out of this 18-inch 1 in 10 twist AR10 chambered in 308 from Palmetto State Armory. It's a blim. I don't know what the blim is with the upper, but it's a blim. If I shoot a good grouping with this, I got the LaRue meticulously built 2-stage trigger. I got me an orange spring coat spring in here. I got the Strike Industries King comp on here. And I got the Vortex Strike Eagle 1-8 Gen 2 with BDC 3 reticle. If I shoot a good grouping out of this rifle, how it's configured right now, this is what I'm going to do. I had to sit down here and brainstorm, and I think that this is the best option for what I need to do. I like this Vortex Strike Eagle. It's a good, decent optic. In my opinion, this optic is, you're going to be doing a lot of CQB, but you may potentially have to shoot out to 200, 300 yards. Because those who've been with me for a while, I've shot this optic hundreds of times at 200 yards. And at 200 yards, it's a good, decent optic. If I had to stretch this out to 300, 400, 500 yards, I don't know how good it'll be. Because even at 200 yards, the optical clarity starts to get a little bit stingy. And I can say that definitively because I've shot that optic running these Thompson targets. So I actually can see what a human size target looks like at 200 yards. And I can tell you that with that optic right there, the optical clarity could be a little bit better. But you have to understand, this is their entry line optic right here. And another thing more important than the optical clarity is that the eye relief on this optic is stingy as fuck. It is. That's the only way I can put it. With this 308, I have to run this buttstock all the way in. Like when I was at the range a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I got behind the optic after remounting it on this scope mount right here, and I got behind it, I said, damn, am I going to get a little bit of scope bite? I didn't get any, but it's pretty damn close. Just trust me, it's pretty close. So the eye relief on there is stingy as fuck. And it seems like, as I've been putting rounds through that optic, it seems like the eye relief is slowly starting to diminish over time. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's kind of what it seems like. But anyways, what I'm probably going to end up doing, if I shoot a good ass grouping, acceptable grouping through this rifle, how it's configured now, we'll put this back on a 16-inch, and we'll let that stay there. We'll take this Vortex Spitfire, we'll put that in the safe, and I'll throw this on something else. On the next build or assembly, because I like to buy lowers and buy uppers and slap them together. So I'll probably throw that on something else. Probably a 20-inch. I think that might, well, I might leave that on that 16-inch, get me a 20-inch upper, and then throw the Strike Eagle on that 20-inch. But I think what I'm going to do for this if I shoot a good grouping. Because if I don't shoot a good grouping, then it makes no sense to put any kind of optic on here. Just leave it how it is and run 150 grain. So that's why I want to see what it is that I got. Once I determine what it is that I got, that'll determine what optic that I run on here. So with that being said, that's our mission objective right there. That little stuff that I showed you from Amazon, we ordered that. So not only are we going to be taking this to the range on Sunday, we'll go ahead and put the sights on the Glock 17, and we're going to take that to the range Sunday also. But the main focus is going to be this right here, because I need to go ahead and get this out of the way. If I want to move this to the 16-inch or move it to the 20-inch, I need to go ahead and start getting my little bit of shit that I got on hand, locked in, ready to go. Because as we can see from what's going on in the world, you know, shit hitting the fan without rule of law just seems like it just keep creeping closer and closer by the day, by the week, by the month. These last 2-3 years been like a movie. Except because it's real life, this shit hit the fan without rule of law movie that we seem to be living right now is just playing out slowly, because this is real life. And it just seems like we're getting closer and closer by the day. So I'm trying to go ahead and get shit that I got on hand in order so I can start stocking up on more shit. I can't buy another upper and another lower if I haven't finished what the fuck I already got. So we need to determine what it is that we got, get it locked in, ready to go, so I can start adding more on top of it. So that's our mission objective right there, man. Y'all be blessed, be safe. I'll see y'all at the range on Sunday.